Hey, Pretty Girl Club. Welcome to another episode of the Decentering Men series. And today I'm going to talk about why I don't have guy friends. It's because I don't need them. First of all, let's think about this. What are you and a guy going to talk about? A guy where he's in the friend zone, you're not dating or anything, you don't like each other, he's not pursuing you, he doesn't invest money into you, he doesn't take you out on dates, he doesn't help you to get gas or fix your car or anything like that. So you're literally just friends. What are you going to talk about? Because a lot of guys don't even have the emotional intelligence to even engage in a compelling conversation. So that's number one. And also, it's like, no, I don't want to be orbiting you. Because I've noticed that a lot of male and female friendships, it's really just the female orbiting that man emotionally. So instead of sleeping with him, you're just orbiting him emotionally, and then he calls it friendship. But usually male and female friendships are where the woman is the one texting him, the woman is the one reaching out to him, the woman's the one saying good morning, good evening, how are you feeling, how's your family, how's your day going, and he's giving nothing in return. All that man is doing is soaking up the ego boost of having bitches in his phone. That's literally what he's doing. So while he's out pursuing who he really wants to date and stuff and paying for other women and taking them out and paying for girls on OnlyFans, you're his quote unquote friend, aka his emotional orbiter, or you are the one where he is just kind of sucking the energy out of you. And for me, I don't need any emotional vampires in my life. I don't need men texting my phone. I'm not going to act as your free therapist. I'm not going to be your free emotional support. I'm not going to be your free motivational speaker sending you scriptures and inspirational quotes every morning. Absolutely not. I'm not about to be over here Googling screenshots of inspirational messages and quotes that I can send to you. No, I'm not wasting my time with that because, seriously, most male and female friendships are very one-sided on the part of the woman. So usually it's the woman who is investing more of the time, energy, and effort into maintaining the friendships. And then the guy is just over here soaking it up and he's just having the ego boost. So basically he's just passing his time texting you back 5 hours later, or, oftentimes it's not like a back and forth text message situation. It's really, you are his text message orbiter. You are there to simply pass his time while he is spending his other free time pursuing women that he actually wants to date or women that he actually wants to sleep with and invest money in. So you're just there to almost give him a soft landing, basically. You're there to give him the free validation so that when the other women that he really wants reject him, at least he still has you in his phone. And by the way, most men, they don't have just one girlfriend. Notice how a lot of men, they try to pursue as many female friendships as possible. And have you also noticed how a lot of men will try to pursue friendships with as many attractive women as possible? So that's how I know that oftentimes men's friendships with women are not even genuine. It's based on, hopefully I can get a chance to fuck her if she breaks up with her boyfriend, or, if she wants to sleep with me on the side, or maybe she can be my side chick. So I've noticed that a lot of times what men are really looking for is not a friendship. It's not a reciprocal friendship because most men are not even reciprocal. They don't reciprocate in the same way as women, statistically speaking. And this is because of the way men were raised. They were not raised with a lot of emotional intelligence. Oftentimes men are told to man up and, so they're taught to suppress their emotions. So if you have nothing to offer emotionally, why would I be your friend? A friend is a person who is emotionally available where it's reciprocated. You're both encouraging each other. You're both building each other up. You're both having fun with each other. You enjoy each other's company. So no, most guys are not good at doing that. I don't want to sit here and listen to you talk about the last girl that you fucked or the girl that you're fucking right now. I don't want to listen to you brag about whatever crap is going on in your career because I don't care, because none of your career accomplishments or your money affects me, because it's not like you're spending money on me or anything like that. You're not increasing my lifestyle in any way. And oftentimes men are not even encouraging or nice to their guy friends. So it's have you ever seen the way that males interact with one another? Even male friendships are toxic from what I've seen a lot of times. A lot of guys will nag each other and they will, punch each other or say that they're ugly and stuff like that. And they'll talk crap to their guy friends. And that is supposed to be friendship. No, I don't want somebody in my life who's going to nag me and who's going to talk crap about me and who's going to make fun of me, or someone who's going to try to gradually control what I do. Because I've also had guys who have been guy friends in the past, or they claim that they're just a friend or whatever, and then they'll try to gradually start controlling what I do, and then they'll start trying to talk crap about whatever guy I'm dating, and I don't have time for somebody to come into my life with subliminal motives, and like, he's got these ulterior motives. I don't really know what he wants, and oh, I have to try to figure out and decode his text messages, and oh, he didn't text me today. Isn't that what a friend is supposed to do? He didn't text me on my birthday. Yeah, it's because a lot of guys are not emotionally available in general. So if he's not even emotionally available to himself, why would he be emotionally available to you as a friend? No, most of the time he's going to be your friend because he wants to hopefully slide into friends with benefits, or he just wants to have female orbiters. He wants women to orbit him emotionally. So his mindset is, okay, if I can't get them sexually, or if I can't get their admiration, at least I can get the admiration of she's texting me every morning and she's checking in on me and she's asking me how my kids are doing and she's asking me about my family. So at least I get women who are emotionally orbiting me, and she's liking my pics on Instagram, my ghetto ass, cheesy ass pictures of me with a chain on, standing in front of a car that's not mine. Like, at least I've got women who are liking my pictures now, and women who are recommending what the hottest restaurants are in town. So if I want to take another girl on a date, well, now my friend Tisha, she recommended that I go to this really good restaurant. So I'm going to take Tisha's ideas that came from her emotional intelligence and all the good ideas that came from her spirit, all of her business ideas, all of her creativity. I'm going to take that on as my own and use it as a false persona to build myself up and to attract another woman. That is often what male and female friendships are. Usually it's just the man siphoning off that woman's energy. It's the man soaking up the validation because, like I said, most men are very validation starved because a lot of men navigate through society as being invisible. A lot of men are not valued unless they are producing something or, kind of working for somebody. So most men spend their lives enslaved to other men. So he spends his life working for another man. And a lot of guys who can't get a girlfriend because they're not, I guess they just don't have it like that or whatever. They can't get a girlfriend or they can't get a woman to sleep with them or whatever. So they will say, okay, well, at least I can get 5 different women who are my quote unquote friends. And now I've got 5 girls texting my phone. So I can just live off of that validation right there. I've got 5 girls texting my phone every morning, hitting me up, asking me how I'm doing, saying good morning to me, Merry Christmas, Happy holidays, happy Valentine's Day. I've got girls asking me like what I'm doing, what my workout plans are, and that makes me feel important. That's really what it is. Oftentimes, a man pursuing you for friendship is either he has ulterior motives, he wants to have sex or wants to make you his side chick or whatever, but he doesn't want to invest in you. So he doesn't want to actually pay to take you on dates. He doesn't want to pay to see you. No. He wants you to pay. So you're paying 50-50 on the dates or whatever, or like you're paying for yourself, but then he still wants to have your presence. So this is why I don't have male friends anymore, because I actually believe that my presence in and of itself is valuable. My presence is a gift. My text messages, yes, something as simple as me texting you and even caring about you and having any emotional investment in you whatsoever, that is a gift. That is something to be cherished. I cherish my emotional energy and I value where I place my emotional energy. So no, I'm not going to just give myself away emotionally so that I can be a part of this man's orbit. He's got 10 or 15 or 20 girls in his phone so that he can go and brag to his friends, oh, I got 15 bitches in my phone right now. Or so he can try to use it as leverage against his girlfriend or his wife or baby mama, like, oh, I got 15 bitches in my phone right now. Oh, I got so-and-so texting my phone right now. She's a lawyer. She's a doctor. I got lawyers and doctors texting my phone. I got a woman who's a model. She's an Instagram model. She's texting my phone. Oh yeah, my friend, she's an OnlyFans girl. She's a porn star and she's texting my phone saying good morning to me. So a lot of men, they're really using you as a status symbol when they try to get into these quote unquote friendships, or the men who they want to be your friend and they just want to be seen with you because it raises his status in the eyes of other men, or it raises his status in the eyes of other women. He gets to be seen walking with the pretty girl. Meanwhile, he didn't invest money into you. He didn't even buy your lunch. He didn't even compliment you, be nice to you. Like, he didn't give you anything in return. So you as a woman are really just wasting your time when you could be spending that time leveling up. You could be spending that time getting actually invested in by a guy who values you as more than just, oh, I want her to be an orbiter in my phone. Because that's really what it is. Male and female friendships are just you as the woman emotionally orbiting that man. You are emotionally orbiting him. You are socially orbiting him. So even if he is not getting sex from you, he is giving the illusion to both himself and to others that he is getting sex to you or that he has access to you. For a lot of men, friendships with women are really just so he can feel like he has access to you. And then he's going to go brag to his friends like, oh yeah, so and so. Yeah, that girl from chemistry class, oh yeah, she was texting my phone all night last night. So guys are doing this so they can try to raise their social status or raise their perceived value either in the eyes of themselves or in the eyes of someone else. And it's like, no, I'm not going to be your free therapist texting you, well, how did you feel about that? How do you feel about this? No, we're not in a relationship. We're not dating. You don't deserve that side of me. I'm not going to sit over here being vulnerable with you, opening up, because think about what a friendship is. The definition of friendship is you're emotionally available to each other, you spend time together, you spend time hanging out, you keep up with each other's lives. I don't want to keep up with a random guy's life. I don't want him to think, I don't want a guy to even think that I care about keeping up with his life, especially if he's not investing anything into me. He's not giving anything in return. As far as validation, I feel like there are so many other ways that women can receive validation that are much more valuable than a simple text message. Because usually when a guy is a friend with you, usually all he's going to be doing in the friendship is he's just going to text you back. Not even text you first. It's just he's going to text you back when you text him first and say good morning. He's just going to send you a 1 or 2 word text. He's going to be, what are you doing, you to death? He's going to just be sending you that 24/7. And that's it. That's the only investment he's going to give. He's not going to say, hey, can I get you lunch? Hey, can I help you with something? Do you need help moving? Let me help move your stuff. Or how are you feeling about XYZ? Let me try to invest time and energy and effort into you. No, because to a lot of men, you are not worth the time, energy, and effort investment unless he's fucking you or unless he is, you're in a relationship or you're married or something like that. So this is why I feel like friendships with guys are actually pointless, because I don't want random guys siphoning off my energy or trying to social climb by having proximity to me or by being seen with me in public places without paying and without investing in me in any way whatsoever. I don't want to be used as a manipulation tool so that he can make other men jealous or so he can make his girlfriend jealous. Like, oh yeah, so and so, she was just texting me last night. I have more options because my friend Sarah, she's been texting me all day. She texts me every morning. You don't even text me once a week. Well, my other friend, she does this. It's like, no, I don't want to be used as a tool for triangulation. A lot of guys will use their female friendships as tools to triangulate their girlfriend or triangulate their wife. They'll be like, oh, well, girlfriend, my girlfriend doesn't want to go out with me and play soccer. Okay, fine. I'll call my friend Sarah from the local, soccer team or whatever. I'll call her to hang out with me. So he's using these female friendships to up his status and to manipulate the women that he's sleeping with. Or he's using his female friendships to humble another woman. Have you ever noticed that? A lot of guys will use their friendship with you to humble another woman. And I'm not a humbling tactic. Like, my purpose on this earth is not to be Jaquan's humbling tactic to another guy. Like, I don't want to be in a man's emotional orbit. I'm not going to randomly emotionally orbit men, give them free validation, be their free therapist, their free motivational speaker. I'm waking up, looking up inspirational quotes on TikTok and Instagram so I can screenshot them and send them to him so that he feels motivated. No, I need to be doing that to myself. Have you ever noticed the emotional difference between male and female friendships versus if you're just friends with other women? Like, my friendships that I have right now with the other women in my life, it's like they will plan out special things for the holidays. They'll be like, oh, hey, do you want to go to this class together? Like, my female friendships, we actually do interesting things together that are fun. They are emotionally available. They will ask me like, hey, how are you doing? I'm checking in on you. We'll talk about stuff. We have hobbies in common. But the average guy, he is not going to offer that in terms of friendship because, first of all, the average guy doesn't even have hobbies. The average guy's hobbies tend to be things, statistically, tends to be things like video games and porn, and that's it. So it's like, no, I don't want to spend my time emotionally orbiting a guy and just texting him about video games and porn. I don't want to text. I don't want to spend my time texting about that. I feel like male to female friendships, these are just the guys who they don't ask girls on dates. So instead, they're just going to like text your phone, or they want you to just text their phone. It's basically a pen pal. I don't have time for pen pals. I don't have time to orbit a guy's phone. I don't have time to just be your validation machine where it's like, oh, I'm just excited to see so-and-so's name pop up in my phone every 2 hours and it just gives me something to do at work. It gives me a way to pass the time at work. It's just a temporary ego boost. No, I don't exist on this earth to be your ego boost. You are not entitled to my time. You're not entitled to my presence. You're not entitled to my care. Like, I don't have to care about you. And a lot of guys, they will say that they're your friends, but in reality, they don't care about you because if your car breaks down on the side of the road, this guy's not showing up. He's not going to pay to get your car out of the towing place. He's not going to actually help you when you need it most. He doesn't have anything to say. He doesn't know what to say. In fact, some guys will even say, I don't know what to say. Like if you say, oh, so and so just passed away, or, I'm in the hospital, the average guy will be like, I don't know what to say. Or if you actually need something, and you know how like you can call your friends if something bad happens or they'll try to come and get you. A lot of guys won't even put in that level of effort. They won't drive 45 minutes to the hospital to come and see you. They won't go pick up food for you and bring it to your house like when it's snowing outside and stuff like that. Or they won't try to plan all of these super special, thoughtful things. No, because a lot of guys, they don't even invest that, even if you are their girlfriend sometimes. So a lot of times you have to be kind of giving a man sexual access to you, or you have to be someone that he wants to pursue for a relationship for him to even start investing anything, time, energy, money, taking you out, whatever. So this is why I feel like male and female friendships, or I feel like for me, I don't really have a purpose of having guy friends because I'm not going to be waking up, texting a bunch of different dudes and then they all get to have the validation of having my name in their phone, and then they're bragging to other guys like, oh, these are my female friends. Have you ever noticed that? Guys will just use you to brag to their other guy friends like, oh yeah, friend number 1, she's a doctor. Friend number 2, she's an Instagram model. Friend number 3, she does this, this, and that. Friend number 4, she's 25 years old, and I'm 45 with a beer belly, so that ups my status right there. So it's like, no, I'm not going to be your digital status symbol. I'm not going to be someone where you can show your friends your phone and say, oh, look, she texted me 12 times. Oh, look, she said good morning to me 12 days in a row. And I'm not even going to be the person that's orbiting your phone so that you can just get an emotional boost and you're just soaking up my energy. So I'm over here wasting my time. A lot of times the women are the ones wasting their times thinking of conversation topics, trying to keep the conversation going in these friendships with men. So it's like, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to be over here talking about my business ideas with you and basically giving you business ideas and stuff like that so that you can go build. A lot of female friendships are really, or female to male friendships, a lot of times it's really just you're Barbara the building him for free. Like without a relationship, nothing in return. You're just Barbara the building him. I've noticed that is often the dynamic in male and female friendships. It's just you're giving him ideas, you're emotionally supporting him, you're texting him first, you're the one that's initiating the hangouts or whatever, you're paying for your own food, paying to even be seen with him. So it's like, okay, so I'm paying for myself so that I can hang out with you. So oftentimes male friendship is either he is trying to groom you or he's trying to groom the friendship into being something else. So he wants to groom it into friends with benefits, and he wants you to sleep with him, and he also wants all of his other female friends to sleep with him. So he wants both an emotional and a sexual orbit around him. A lot of times men seeking friendship with women is just a subliminal way of him trying to groom his way into having a harem, basically. He wants to emotionally groom you. Oftentimes men want you to be their friend because they want you to be emotionally attached. So he wants to get you emotionally attached to him so that you are now texting his phone all the time, trying to keep up with him. You're liking his Instagram pics. You're responding to his stories. You are the one who's like putting heart eyes and putting fire emojis on his stuff. You're commenting on his stuff, making his status go up in the eyes of other women and men. And that's really what it is a lot of times. It's just him trying to gain your emotional attachment so that he can use your attachment as leverage. He can use it as leverage to triangulate in his marriage or in his friendships or with his baby mama or whoever. He can use it as leverage so that he himself feels the confidence to actually pursue the woman he really wants. He uses it as a soft landing space, kind of like how men use marriages. He uses it so he can have a soft landing space even after he gets rejected out in the real world. He uses it to boost his own ego, or he will use female friendships so that you are emotionally attached enough to him to where you start providing him free domestic labor. You'll come over and cook him dinner. You'll be over here driving to his house, picking up his kids, picking up and dropping off his kids and stuff. Oh, but you're friends. So oftentimes men just want access to your labor. They want access to your body. They want access to free validation. And this is a way of boosting their confidence. This is a way that that a lot of men will boost his own lifestyle because he'll have female friends. So if you're the type of woman who you're well known around the city, you know about a lot of events, you've got a lot of friends, you've got a lot of social opportunities. There are lots of things that you know are going on in town and stuff. And you know that if you go to happy hour at XYZ time, you get in for free. So he's using you for this free information, for all of this free opportunity so that he can go in and get to the happy hour and go and pick up a woman he really wants and buy drinks for another woman while you're sitting there as the third wheel. So oftentimes men are just using female friendships to increase their own lifestyles while offering nothing in return. Like I could see if men were reciprocal, like if men actually reciprocated and they were emotionally intelligent and they have so much to offer and they're making your life easier, you're benefiting from the friendship and all that, then great. But most of the time it's not like that. So instead of wasting my time and wasting my energy searching for a male unicorn, I literally have a better way of spending my time by investing in myself. Because I can guarantee that I will always show up for myself, but you can't guarantee that your male friends will always show up for you. And notice how once you get a boyfriend or once you get a husband, then suddenly your male friends disappear. Or once he offers he wants to have sex with you or something and you say no, then he disappears. Well, that's proof that he was never a genuine friend in the first place. So a lot of men are very fake friends, like they have ulterior motives, or they want to utilize your free labor. Your emotional labor is a big one. They just want emotional support. They just want to feel seen and heard. They want someone to vent to. So you get to be his free venting machine. So you're like his free therapist. Meanwhile, you could have been spending that time doing your own journaling, doing your own inner work, figuring out how to level up yourself, figuring out how to get a better income, helping your kids or something else. But no, instead of that, you're over here investing in Glocktavius, and he's sitting at home playing video games and watching porn and still receiving text messages from you. So you were spending time waiting for him to text you back, and meanwhile, he wasn't texting you back because he was jacking off to other women that he actually wanted, or he was busy on a dating app trying to pursue women that he is willing to invest money in. And so that's why he didn't respond back to you, or he just wants the ego boost of being able to say to himself, ha, I didn't respond back to that bitch in 4 hours. That's what she gets. I'm so much better than them. Oh, fuck all these women. I'm just building my harem. I've got plenty of bitches in my phone. And it's like, no, I don't want to be one of the people who's just keeping your phone popping or keeping your phone lit up to make you look like you're important in front of other people. A lot of guys just use female friendships as placeholders so that he can still feel a sense of validation while he is pursuing other women. So they're oftentimes just using you as an emotional placeholder, maybe as a companionship placeholder, maybe as a domestic placeholder, and I don't have time for it. But what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comments section, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.